Hello and welcome to another YachtBuyer 360 tour. This time we're doing the Jeanneau DB37 and it is in this rather fetching blue hull colour. I mean, I think that looks great, doesn't it? Looks really different in a hall of majority white GRP. That really does stand out. It's an interesting looking boat anyway, and there's plenty of fun on board as well. So let's have a quick look at the stats before we get on board. You can see it's got a pair of Volvo Penta D4 320s on stern drives. And she's just under 40 feet length overall. There is actually two models in the Jeanneau DB range, and they've got the whole range over here, so I'll just show you that. So you've got outboard and inboard for both. There is a 43, this is the smaller entry level, so to speak, 37. And this is their big plush day boat. There is decent accommodation, as we'll see later on in the tour, but you can see immediately what this thing is designed for. It's got a really great sociable outdoor living space back here, really big bathing platform, and you can see there's hinges there, so this lifts up to give you access to the engines. As I said, it's stern drive, so the engines are right back in the hull. And then of course the ubiquitous balconies, not the biggest balconies, in fact they're going to be more useful. They probably had to rope them off here because we're in the show, but I'd leave the ropes off and just tie your tender to, your toys, jumping off. They don't really become extra usable deck space, but as a place to get in and out of the water, they're really good. You've got this canopy overhead, so it provides a bit of shade to this table. And that table will fold in half to make it a little bit smaller. And we have this unit here, which is quite smart because it's got a two-way backrest. So obviously it's facing the dining table now, but you can flip this the other way, so then people can face into the boat when the boat's moving along. There's runners in the deck as well, so you can adjust where along this line this seating actually lies. But yeah, I mean, that's a great dining space, isn't it? And it will drop down. You can see you've got adjustable pedestals, so that drops down and you can make that into a really big sun pallet. And I believe that aft backrest also folds down to extend the sunbathing space. So it's flexible dining, sunbathing, you've got it all really. And the wet bar, which is also the galley, because there isn't a galley downstairs, is the main fixture amidships here. You see this structure for the hardtop, but this is really quite good. That looks quite smart, doesn't it? With the stainless steel, the pop-up lights, these are nice, they just pop away, and then when you want some light, up they come. Deep cup holders on the side, hand holds to help you around. You've got the grill on top and a gas hob, so a bit of flexibility there. Nice isotherm fridge underneath this one, and just some storage down here. Quite an interesting helm arrangement. Let's give you a final look. And I should point out, if you aren't aware, you are in control of what you're looking at, by the way. I'm pointing the camera at what I'm looking at, but you can grab the screen with your mouse if you're on a computer, you can tilt your phone or tablet or touch the screen, and you can choose what view you're looking at in a full 360 orientation. So give that a go. You can have a look at whatever you want, and I'll just try and give some reasonable commentary. Triple helm seats, set really quite high, but they've got bolsters so you can lean and use them as leaning posts if you want. And this puts the skipper right in the middle. So I can stand right in the middle of the boat. I've got a great view forward, navigators either side of me. This boat's only got one small MFD. I'd definitely be speccing some more to fill up that big void there. Lots of sort of black shiny plastics here. At least it's not white, so there shouldn't be much glare, but these do tend to scratch a bit. Nice array of buttons here, quite small logos, but at least they're proper buttons, so you can use those functions quite easily. And then obviously a lot of information in the MFD, the Raymarine MFD. Twin throttles, and this boat has got the option of the stern drive joystick, so that works just like IPS. So you push to go sideways, you twist to turn, and you push forward and backwards to go forward and aft. And this boat has also got the optional bow thruster and zip wake trim system. A couple of cup holders here. But yeah, this is a pretty good position. And I imagine you're topping out at, I don't know, around 30 knots. It's designed to cruise at probably 22, 25 knots, this thing, for a couple hundred nautical miles. Before we drop down into the accommodation, let us go forward to the foredeck, where we've got yet more sunbathing space. And a little padded couch here so somebody can sit and face forward. Obviously your anchor locker's under there as well. And then we have the view forward. And you notice those wings on either side. Dare I say Pershing-esque. Maybe not, but they look quite cool. They certainly give this thing quite a unique profile out on the water. Maybe do with a sunroof rather than that little hatch. Looks a little bit Mickey Mouse, doesn't it? But yeah, nice big windscreen anyway. And you are very well protected in that Helm Station. When the breeze is funneling over the bow and you're standing at the helm, you should have a reasonable amount of shelter. Okay, let's head down into the accommodation. So we'll start right forward in the owner's cabin. Here in the entranceway, headroom is over 6 feet, dips down to allow for the foredeck seating above. Double bed here. Very light woodwork down here, so it's very bright. It's a little bit sparse, but it is lovely and bright down here. And you've got whole windows too. Hatch overhead. Of course, we're inside a shed, so there's not a huge amount of natural light bouncing around anyway. Some storage behind the door. Little hanging locker there. I don't think this is a boat that's designed to be lived on for weeks and weeks. It's more a weekender and obviously a sort of plush day boat. But this is a comfortable cabin, and you have space for some guests as well. There isn't a galley down here, but you have got facilities. So you've got a fridge, you've got a microwave, there's a bit more storage down here. So you don't have to go up to the wet bar on deck for everything, but you certainly can't cook down here. Here is the shared bathroom with a towel in the sink. But headroom's good in here actually. Well over 6 foot in here, and big enough to have a separate shower cubicle. So that'll do. And let's check out the midships cabin. We drop down quite a way, which is a good job because that boosts your headroom even more. However, you have got the intrusion from above quite quickly. So once you're into the cabin, you are crouching down or crawling into bed most likely. Bed itself is a pretty good size though. The person who's closest to that mirror is going to have to clamber out over the person on this side in the middle of the night if they want to go to the toilet, which isn't ideal. But that's the way they've chosen to orientate it. No real hanging storage in here, just low level storage. But as I said, I don't get the feeling this is a boat that 4 people are going to be living on for 2 weeks. It's just not really what it's designed for. But comfortable enough for the odd weekend. If you head over to Ibiza and think, you know what, let's stay a little bit longer. So there you go. Jeanneau's attempt at a big flash day boat. Cool looking thing. Do let me know what you think about the boat in the comments below. And if you'd like more information, of course we have loads more details on the entire Jeanneau range and the DB range on yachtbuyer.com. Put a link to that in the description of this video. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did, and I'll see you on the next one.